Good morning. It is day 5 of this 14-day cruise. We are in, I think it is pronounced Warnemunde. It is kind of what they call the Berlin stop. We're about 3 hours from Berlin, though it's not exactly close. I do know some people who took a private excursion to go, well, I think it was through the ship actually. They have a private van that you can rent to get you to the train station or something, and then from there you can get on the train and go to Berlin. And so I'll be curious to see what that is like for them. Anyway, so I have a shore excursion that doesn't leave until this afternoon, which is such a luxury. We're actually in port until 10 p.m., can you imagine? And we got here at like 7. So yeah, this is a very long port stay. Not our longest. We actually have an overnight in Stockholm later on, and I'm looking forward to that because I don't think I've ever done an overnight in a port before. What am I doing? I'm doing the Mecklenburg Countryside and Vintage Railway tour, which takes us, interestingly enough, it takes us to a manor house there, and then after that we get to ride on a train, historic narrow gauge train that connects Bad Doberan to one of the most idyllic seaside resorts at the German Baltic Sea. And I could not pronounce it if I had to. Anyway, I will put the name of everything in the description because, oh my goodness, I'm finding how bad my pronunciation is of words that are in all these countries. I'm used to Hawaiian pronunciation because I grew up there, and so I don't usually have a problem with some of the Polynesian words more than I have problems with some of these words, and Spanish. So I'm struggling a bit in the pronunciation department. It's been quite a learning experience. Anyway, so that is our plan for the day, to go off and do that. I'm probably going to go down to the International Cafe. They've actually been doing a big crew drill today, and so the alarm keeps going off, and they keep doing the, for drill, or whatever, for exercise, that's what they say, for exercise, and then they do whatever it is they're doing. They're simulating a fire in the crew area on deck 7, and they have the smoke machine working so that they can pretend that there's smoke and everything and make it more realistic. And so I think that's quite a nice drill if they actually try and make it realistic that way. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go and find something to eat. I know that during this drill time they do limited guest services, and so I wasn't inclined to leave my cabin until that sort of got over, and so hopefully it is done now and they will be back to normal services. Good evening, travelers. It's the end of day 5, and it didn't quite go to plan. So, let's see, my shore excursion was supposed to leave at 2. We were in the dining room as a group. I was there a bit early. We were supposed to be there at 1:40. I think I was there at like 1:20ish. And they checked us in and took our group like way early, so that was kind of surprising. And we went down to the gangway, and off the ship we went. And I don't know, for some reason I just wasn't feeling it today. I've done a lot of walking for the past several days on tours. I have blisters on my feet, and they are not pleased with me. And despite the bandages that I brought, they're still not pleased with me. As I was walking to the bus, I was thinking to myself, do I really want to do this? And it was kind of warm out. And then I got to the bus and got on the bus, and it was like an oven in there. And I thought, well, maybe I'll close the little, they had curtains, because the sun was just beating into the inside of the bus. And I closed the curtains thinking, well, maybe that'll help, right? But it really wasn't helping. And the air, the vents, wasn't doing anything at all. And I was sitting there sweating and thinking, this is not much fun, and it's going to take a while before they actually cool the bus down, if they even can catch up to it. And our driver was standing in front of the bus, smoking up a storm, and the smoke was coming into the cabin. And I just decided I didn't want to do it. Got up, got off the bus, told them I was leaving, went back on the ship. And went into the Enclave and hung out in that lovely pool of theirs and enjoyed some time on the loungers and just really had a nice relaxing afternoon instead. And I'm really glad I did that, because I was just not up for it and need to be able to change plans when that happens. So anyway, I don't have lots of footage of the places we were supposed to go and the things we were supposed to do, and mostly I just kind of kicked back and enjoyed myself. And that was a good day. Sometimes you gotta do that. It is now 10 o'clock, and we are just now sailing away. And so it's kind of interesting to sail away this late. We really were in port for a long time. I mean, we got here at like 7 and left at like 10. So yeah, that's a long day in port. But tomorrow's a sea day, and then the day after we're in Stockholm overnight. And I think this is the first overnight I've ever done on a cruise, so this should be interesting. Lots of things to do tomorrow. Sea days are usually full of activities, and I'll bring you along. Solo Sue signing off.